Hello guys, we have a question that we have to print yes or no if the sum of the subset of a set is equal to 0. So let us take an example. We have a subset -1, 2 and 1. If we'll write the subset of this set 1, 2, 2, 1, -1, -1, 1, -1, 2, -1, 2, 1. Here we can see that only this subset is giving us the sum 0, so we will print true. Okay, so let us take another example. If we have a set 1, 2, 3, here none of the subsets are giving us the sum 0, so we will print false here. Okay, so how to solve the question? We will solve this question by recursion. So first of all, we should know these operators and these two, or an AND. So if we have true and another one is also true, and if we'll take all of these, then the answer will be true. If we have true or false, the answer would also be true. If we have false or false, then answer is false. Okay, and the last case, if we have false or true, the answer would be true. In the case of AND, if we take true and false, the answer would be false. If we will take true and true, the answer would be true. If we will take false and true, the answer would be false. If we take false and false, the answer would be false. Okay, so we will use this concept in our question. Uh, so for the so we will make a so let us see how to solve the question. We will make a function subset which will return the a boolean value true or false. Okay, so here we will have we will pass many values. So one of them will be the will be the set, which can be in the form of vector or arrays. So here we will let us say we will pass vector in type and the name of the vector. The let take us name of the vector v. Okay, uh, we will take an integer I. I will tell you why we're taking these. The initial value of the integer I would be 0. Then we will take integer sum. The initial value is also 0. Then we will take a boolean variable. Just a second. Boolean variable included, which will have initial value as false. Okay. Okay. So let us see why we're taking this is for the set we are given integer I has the value from 0 till the vector till the length of the set. Okay, so this will help us to take to return the value in the base case. Int sum will give us the sum of the subset. Okay, and bool and includes your included will give us if the will only tell us if the subset is false or true. You will know more about this in the explanation, more better in the explanation. So let us wait for a few moments. Okay, so from the main function we will passing these for values. So let us take vector as v, the I sum as sum only, and then flag as flag, or we can take included as false. Just remember the pat remember the formation we are given. So initially we have I as 0, sum is also 0 and this is false. Okay, so here we will first take the ith member of the vector or the set in the sum. So first of all we will increase in the first case, or in the left case we will increase the value of sum. Increase the value of sum such that sum is equal to sum plus the ith member of the set. Okay, and in the second case, which is right case, this is the second, this is the first, we want to increase the value of sum, so sum will remain constant. Okay, so let us see how to solve the question, how to make the uh, graph for it. Okay, not graph, tree for it. Okay, so first in on the left hand side, just remember we will increase the value of sum. Okay, we will increase the value of sum, and on the right side we won't increase. On the left side, so yeah, on the left side we will increase, and on the right side we will remain constant, the value of sum. Okay, so let us take the set. Let us take the set, only this one only, minus 1, 2 and 1. Okay, so first of all, value of I, we will increase the value of I, okay, every time. So the sum, the value, the sum is minus 1 plus 0, minus 1, and the value is false only. No, for the when we are increasing the value of the sum, we will also mark it as true. Okay, you will see why. We will also mark it as true. Okay, now for value of 2, we will take sum is equals to 1, because minus 1 plus 2. Okay, and this will remain as true only. So for I is equals to 3, sum is equals to 2, because of 1 plus 1, 1 from here, and 1 1 this. Okay, the second index, and the value will be 3. So now at I is equals to 3, we will return, as this is the base case. So at the base case we will see two things. First of all, if the sum is equal to 0, yes or no. So here the sum is equal to 2, so we will return false. Okay, and the second is the included, the boolean variable included. So if the included is true, so here we will take the and of sum and included. So if the sum is false and included is true, so the answer will be false. We have seen this above. Okay, so we can see that we should have sum is equals to 0. We should have sum is equals to 0 to get true, so that true and true is equals to true, we will return true if we will have sum is equals to 0. So in this case we don't have sum is equals to 0, so we will return false from here. Okay, so we will return false from here. Okay, so let us take the right side in this. We will increase the value of 3, but this value of sum will remain constant, so sum will remain 1, and now the true will become false. Okay, no, now the true will remain true only. Okay, now so Yeah, true will remain true only. Yeah, so the value will be true, but here we will at the base case, because I is equals to 3, the sum is equals to 1, and the value of include is true. So once again, false and true will give us false only. So we will return false from here. And at this point we will take the or operator of these both of two. So false will return false. Okay, so now let us take the right side of this case. I will become 2. The sum will be so we want increase the value of the sum, so the sum will become will remain -1, and this will remain true only. So now taking the two cases of these part, I will become 3. Sum now the sum will become 0, because -1, just 16, because -1 and 1 will give us 0. Okay, and this will remain true. So we want at this point we want take the want increase the value of the sum. So the I is equals to 3, and sum will remain -1, and here we get true. So if we will see here, the value of sum is equal to 0. So we will return true. And no, yeah, and the included also have value as true. So we will return true from here. For the first time, we will return true from here. And we will return false from here, because the sum is -1 and this is true. So false and true is equals to false. And operator. Okay. And here we will take the or operator. So true or false gives us true only. So we will return true here. And from here we are getting false. We are getting true here. So we will once more take or operator, and we will return true. So this will be our answer. Okay. One of the answer if we have many subset. When I is equals to 3, sum is 0 and t. And if we will see the subset here, the subset is -1, 1 is the subset. Okay, so let us code for this so you will have a better understanding. Okay, yeah, okay. So we will take an integer n, which will tell us how many integer we have to take input. Okay, uh, we have to take integer n. Now we will make a vector. We can also make an array. It depends on us. Let's just take a vector. Let us take a vector type int. Name of the let us take name of vector as v and the size as n. Okay. Hmm. Now let us take values in vector for int I is equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus c n v of I. Okay. Now if the subset of vector v is equals to true, we will print yes, else we will print no. Alright, so let us make the function subset which will have return type as boolean, bools subset, and let us take the integer, let us take all the values we will be passing. So vector int type v. Okay, let us take integer I, which will have initial value as 0. Let us take integer sum, which will have initial value as 0 also. And at last, let us take boolean included. This will tell us whether the subset is true or false. Initial value as false. Okay. So if we talk about the base case, we saw that if the value of I is equal to the value is equal to the size of the vector, okay, is equal to v dot size. If this happens, we will return the and of sum and included. So you can see what we are doing here. Just a second. Yeah. So you can see that we are uh, just let me take another ink. Yeah. So we are at this part. When when we have this, let's take another color. Yeah. So when we are at this part, we are returning the value of true. Okay, so how are we returning the value of true? The sum is 0 and included is true. So we are taking AND of these both of these things. So we are returning the value true. Okay, so here we are returning the value true if the sum is 0 and included is always true. Alright, most of the time included is true. All depends on the sum. If the sum is 0, we will return true. If the sum is not equal to 0, then we will return false. Okay, so now let us see the recursive case. Okay, just a second. Okay, uh, for the first of the time, we can see that at the left hand side we are not include at the left hand side we are not include we are increasing the value of sum by adding the ith member, and on the right hand side we are not increasing the value of sum. Okay, so let us write a recursive function. First time when it is included subset vector, we will remain constant. We will always increase the value of I. We will increase the value of sum by adding the ith member, and we will return true. Okay, and on the right hand side we will exclude the value. We will take a subset. We will remain same I plus 1. We will not increase the value of the sum, and uh, we will pass false. No, we will pass the included. We want a change at any time false. If we have to change, we won't be changing the value of included at any time, because we will get it returned from the both of the return function that we are going to write. Okay, sum and included, and at the last we will be returning the OR of included and excluded. So why are we doing this? This return of inc or excluded, this means that when we are getting true from here and we are getting false from here, so we will take the OR of both of these things, false and true, and we will return true. Okay, so let us run code for test case. Number of integer we will take 3. First as -1, second as 2, and third as 1. Okay, let us build the code for it. Oh, we are getting an error. Okay, so, sorry. And we have exe out. Let us build. Yeah, so we are getting the value as yes because it have a subset minus 1 and 1. So if for let us take this, now let us run, we will getting the output no. Yeah, alright. So our function is working. So let us see one more time what is happening over over this function. Let us see one more time. Okay. Yeah. So initially, from passing from main, we will had I is equals to 0, sum is equals to 0, and this as false, flag as false. Okay. Let us take another. Let us take another set. For example, let us take set uh, 5 minus 5 1. Okay. So on the left hand side we will increase the value of sum, so we will increase the value of I, which will become 1. We will increase the value of sum, so if we will take the index 0 1 2. Okay, so increasing the value of sum means thus the value of sum is equals to 5, and this will become true on the left hand side. Okay, now we will increase the value of I to 2, and 5 plus minus 5 is equals to 0, and true will remain true only. So at this point we are getting sum is equals to 0. Okay, but we can see that I is not equal to 2, so we won't be taking return from here. Okay, we have one more step. The I will become 3, and we will include this. So 0 plus 1 will become 1, and this will become true. So at this point we can see that the sum is not equal to 0 and included is true. But if we will take AND of both of these things, we will return false. So here we will return false. Okay, now if we will take another part of this, when we won't be increasing value of the sum, so this will become 3, and the sum will remain 0, and this will and the included will remain true only. So here we can see that the sum is equal to 0, and included is also true. So if we will take AND of both of these things, we will return true. Okay, so we will return true from here. So and now when we take now when we when we take the OR of both of these things, false or true will give us true. So we will have true here. So for the right hand side of this, if we get false or true, it won't matter, because we will be getting true from here, and if we will get false from here, then true or false is equals to true only. And if we will getting true from here, then it good, or then it is also good, because true or true is equals to true only. Okay, so hope you understand how I will solve the question. Thank you very much.